Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about, should you sell your business to a competitor? So this is one of the most frequent questions I get asked when I first meet with new sellers. So new sellers, they'll call me, say, Steve, I'd like to sell my business. One of the very first questions they ask me when I sit down in person with them to discuss our strategy is they'll ask, hey, there's some competitors I think would want to buy my business. In certain situations that can work, and I'll talk about them, but generally I advise against it. And here's why I advise against it. There's things like confidentiality that you have to worry about, okay? So you've got your financials. So when the buyer, who's going to be a competitor, when they come in and they want to look at buying your business, they're going to want to see all your financials. So they want to see your profit and loss statements. They're going to see what you're paying for your product. They're going to see what you're selling your product for. They're going to figure out your margins, your expenses. They're going to figure out your suppliers too. If you have any suppliers that they might not know about, now they know about those suppliers. They're going to see how many people you have employed, how much you're paying those people, how long those people have worked for you. There's so much data and so much information that you're going to let competitors see that if they end up buying the business, that's great, no problem. But if they decide not to buy the business, you've given a huge chunk of valuable information about your business away to not just some random person, it's to your competitor. So that may make it hard for your business to sell if your competitor knows any trade secrets that you may have, whatever marketing program you may have. They may have insight into who your marketing team is or who some of your most important contacts in the industry are. And those are very, very confidential items that you always want to hold close. Now, in addition to the issue of confidentiality, you also have what your business might be worth to a competitor. Generally speaking, unless your competitor is in some sort of large growth mode, your business is not going to be worth as much to a competitor as it would be maybe to an outside buyer. Because you have to think about that competitor is already in your space. They're already in your space. They may be in your same town or same area that you guys service. And if they're in that space, they may not see the value in an additional bolt-on type of business that would just kind of extend their reach or further the depth of what they have in your area. So some may see it, but a lot generally will not see the value in that. And I've seen a lot lower offers come in from competitors because they're hoping they might be able to get a bolt-on kind of at a fire sale price or less than what you would actually want to sell it for, because at the end of the day, they're already in business there and they're already successful at what they're doing. So sometimes it can lead to lower offers. Now, that's different if you have somebody that's coming in from an outside area. Maybe they've just moved into your town, they've just moved into your state, or they've just expanded whatever their product line is currently into being a competitor with you. So that makes it much more valuable that they can go in, buy your business, and not deal with any of those startup headaches. So in situations where a company goes into hyper growth mode, or they want to grow, they want to get really deep in the town you guys are in, the city, the metropolitan area, or the state, it may actually work out for you to sell to a competitor. That's going to be the exception. That's not going to be the norm. But when you do find those types of buyers, they're definitely great to sell to because they do see the value in purchasing your business at a premium. Now, another type of competitor that may be good to sell to is a competitor that has lots of liquid cash. So if they have lots of cash to spend, they know they need to spend that cash for tax purposes. Maybe they just sold off a large piece of their business that was maybe extra profitable, or it wasn't as profitable as they hoped it was, and they get an influx of cash and they need to spend it. They need to reinvest that money for tax purposes. That may be another great competitor to sell your business to. Again, just like the buyer that's coming in from out of state or wants to get into your market, they're going to see the value in purchasing a business that's already established versus having to take the time and energy to get a business up and going. Now, there's a great book out there called Buy Then Build by the author Walker Diebel. So in this book, Walker's premise is that it's much better to buy an already existing business than it is to have a startup business. Generally speaking, you're going to start making money faster, and you're not going to have as much of a time between starting up and when the business actually starts to roll. And when you do buy a business that's already established, you're going to look at it, and ideally you would see a business that has maybe some things wrong with it. Maybe they're not marketing properly. Maybe they're not offering the right products, or maybe they're not offering the right services. If you go in and you see a business like that, and you can understand that there are things that you can expand on, or you can hit harder or do better, then you'll be able to increase the profitability of that business. You'll be able to grow the business larger than it was when you originally purchased it, and start making more money and make it a more profitable business for yourself. Thank you for listening today. My name is Stephen Remy with Maverick Business Advisors. I can be reached on my cell phone anytime at 972-369-4156, or you can email me at steven@txmaverick.com. Until next time, stay Maverick.